received this Autel MK908 yesterday, and I've been playing around with it there to familiarise myself with it, how it works, what I have to do to get it up working. It starts right out of the box. That's not a problem at all. There's a few little steps you have to take before it'll work correctly for you. But for now, let's just have a look at what's inside the box. As I said, I did have this out yesterday, but I put things back in roughly where they were. First thing you see is the tool itself, which at the top you have your power button, mini USB, a USB and another USB connection, headphones and your DC jack. At the back you can remove the battery. Battery comes out, and you have right here at this spot here, you got a little port for putting an SD card in. I don't know what the maximum size is. I've heard someone say 32 gig. I don't know, haven't tried it yet. Obviously, to get that SD card in, you have to remove the battery. You'll see the connector there that pulls out. Make sure it's powered down before you do this. And then when you put back in, make sure that connector is in firmly. Otherwise, it'll just keep cutting out and you don't want that. With these locking tabs here, you got this handy little thing for going over the steering wheel or to sit it upright, and you got your front facing camera. Okay. We'll get back to this later, and let's just see. We'll power it up. See how quick it powers up. Takes a bit of time. And there we are, into the to unlock it, swipe to the right, and you're in there. Okay. What I'm going to do is later on, I'm going to just go through that later. For now, let's just power it down, press and hold that, power off. OK button, and it should power down. Okay, what have we got in the box? We have a USB cable. This is the USB cable that fits between the scan tool and this wireless device. If for any reason your wireless is not working correct, or you just you don't want to risk losing connection, this probably be a better, more secure way of doing something. DC adapter for your cigarette lighter in your car. Okay, so it's always handy when you're doing a job, and if your scan tool is going low on battery, you can start charging it up in the car. Right. Cleaning cloth, and just short description, how to put together, does it tell you how to register, anything like that? No, it doesn't. And of course your user manual. The user manual covers a lot of stuff that Autel supply, like their oscilloscope and stuff that you can also connect to this. Okay. Your wireless device. Let's open up. Your adapter and a mains power lead for the EU. I'll have to change that, put a UK plug on it. That's not a problem. And here's the cable now to connect your wireless device to your EOBD connector, or OBD, whatever term you want to use. Next to this end. Connects into your EOBD. Flash. And we got a mini USB cable. It says they're connected in your scan tool to the computer, but I can't see any way of accessing the actual scan tool connected through this. Maybe someone can comment about that. There are a few connectors here for OBD1, Mitsubishi, Volkswagen, Audi, Benz, Mercedes-Benz, GM Daewoo, 12 pin, Nissan 14 pin, Kia 20 pin, Honda 3 pin. Yes, Honda 3 pin. Now, the first thing we have to do really is to register this. I've this done already. Okay, so the next thing we have to do then is create an Autel ID or an account with Autel, with your email, linking it to your email address, and we'll go through that now on the PC. To create an Autel account, just in your Google search, just type in Autel logon or login, and you will come to this, and it's the one here, proauteltech.com. And when you click on that, you will come to this page here. If you actually have an Autel ID, you can just sign in as usual, and you shouldn't have a problem. You can skip this step if you have an account. So to create an Autel ID, just click on that. Select your language. Put your email address in here, and then just click on this get verification code. What will happen then? They will send the code to your email address you supplied here. Copy and paste that code into this box here,
like I just did here. Create your user and your password that you want for this account, and put a username in here. Name it, your first name and last name. I don't remember putting my first name and last name in there and all this. I think I put country in there all right. I didn't put a telephone number, definitely didn't. It gives you the option, send me email. If I didn't click this box, it told me I had to do it, so I don't know why they give you the option. You have to click here. I've read the terms that agree upon them. Put these letters you see in this image into this box, and then just say create an Autel ID. And now you have an account. The next step after this is you have to set up your wireless to be able to connect to your network and register the tool. To set up your Autel Wi-Fi, click on System Settings. Make sure Wi-Fi is on. Select your network here on the right hand side. Enter your password, and you should be away with it. And the next step it would be registering your tool. Also here you click on More. Click on this Setup Wi-Fi hotspot. And I've not done this before, so if anyone has done it, maybe comment or link us to a video that has used it. It might be of help to someone that might want to use this out in a remote location. Cancel that. Come over there. And we're back to this again. As you've seen there from the last section, when I was setting up the Wi-Fi, I was remote logged on, and the scan tool does have facility for remote logging in. It uses Teamviewer. The first step to be able to use that is to get Teamviewer installed on your PC or laptop or your device, your Android device, iPhone, whatever you're going to be using. Type in Teamviewer. I left out the T here, and you'll see here www.teamviewer.com. Click on that, and then you got these four options here: see price and home office solutions. You know, this is if you're an IT tech. It's not for what you want here. Just click on download for free, and it starts downloading. And what you do then is you install it, you click on it, open when done. It's simple enough. Follow the instructions. You can select what you want it installed, or you can just let it do it by itself. I normally like the option of selecting what's installed, because sometimes they do install things you do not want on your PC.
To remote log on to your scan tool, first switch it on. It has been unlocked, and then what we have to do then is go to our home, and you got remote desktop, like that. Your code will come over here on your right hand side. You will need that, write that down, or if it's right beside you, you can just copy it. So that's ready now for us to come over here and go into our Teamviewer here. I'm just going to show you what comes up on the screen. You have to select, I'm going to say connect here on Teamviewer. It's already downloaded, and now I got to allow it. So now we're connected to the PC. We can actually go over to the PC and look at all the stuff that's on this.
What we're looking at now is the desktop of the scan tool, an Android operating system. And first of all, we're going to have a look in here in our File Explorer, which is here. And this is where, if you're going to be doing a backup, when you try to launch your diagnostic part of this scan tool, it will prompt you to back up your files. And what I've seen, what you have to do is click and hold on scan folder until it highlights and it's selected. Click on copy, and then over here you have an SD device. It could be where you put your an SD card into that spare slot that you have in the battery compartment, or a USB device. I have now at the moment used the cable, the small mini USB cable, connected into this, and I am not getting any connection with the PC. I've been told it should, but it doesn't work. I can put a yes, if I can find it. I do have an external hard drive. Let's put this in, and as you can see, it does appear. Let's go back. Copy. I create folder Autel backup, and now you should be able to paste it here, and let's see what happens. You see, this is all I get here, right? And it will count up to the end, but nothing will happen. As you can see, there's 0 here, total progress. There's nothing happening. So if I go here to task details, it says your system forbids ES from writing on external SD card. I don't know, maybe I need that SD card connected into where the battery is. I will check that when I get a suitable sized SD card here, but for now I can't back up. So let's get back out of this. Up here we have our system settings. I have my Wi-Fi on and the Bluetooth on. That I think is for the wireless. I call it a wireless device that connects to your OBD port or EOBD port, whichever you want to use. I've already went through setting up your Wi-Fi, and go to home, and we're back here again. And is there anything else we can have here? Quick support. This is where you get your remote session. You're already connected to this device, so we're already there. I could speak from my scan tool, send messages back and forth to the PC on this. To use your scan tool section of this, you can click on here, or you can click down here, the home button here, and we're in. As you see, you also got this facility here where you click on remote desktop session, which brings us back. Here's where we got our updates. And you'll get this up. Highly recommend you back up Highly recommend you back up your diagnostic data in the scan folder of the root directory of your memory. As you see, I can't do it at the moment. I didn't mean to do that, but it's doing it anyway. I'll just let it complete. Back out of it. Anything else we have here? Let's go to the end. Okay, digital inspection scope. It's like a bore scope. You can connect to this scan tool and use that, and probably record the images. And of course, you have your maxi scope here, your oscilloscope, that can be also connected to it. It's an Autel device. Let's see. It's a bit glitchy through this remote desktop, but it'll get there. What else have we got? I've not used any of this. Vci Manager. I think that's where you can update it. You can update it, get the latest firmware into it, but it's not connected and powered up. You'd have to power it up, and then you would be able to do an update to the latest software for that wireless device. Quick link. What's this? Oh, I see. These are websites that you might subscribe to. Autel, All Data, TPMS, never heard of it. OBD Wiki, Haynes manuals. Well, we all know what Haynes manuals are. Never heard of Haynes Pro, but they're there. Identifix, an American. Mitchell 1, American. Don't know what that is. TST, that's an American thing, I think. Autodata, ETI. I've heard of this. This is mostly American, but it depends on the users. You might get a bit of Europe stuff in there. Technical websites, basically, that's what that is. Quick links. MaxiFix, let's see what's in here. Obviously, online, you have to have your Wi-Fi up and running. Taking a while. I'll stop the recording here and restart it when it's connected. Okay. It's like some kind of forum, by the looks of it. Ask questions, my messages. What's in there? Okay. This is where you any entries you've put in would appear. I can ask a question. Don't want to do that. Search. Enter keyword or code to find your fix faster. Right. Okay. Obviously, you have to have a valid Autel subscription to get in here. You also got Advanced Driver Assisted Systems. I think that's what that stands for. We have that. Service, Shop Manager. I won't be using them, but some people might find a use for them. Let's go in there. Vehicle history. Create customers workshop information. You put your heading in there. Vehicle history, what you've actually logged on to. It's handy if you want to go back, if you want to quickly go back to something that you had in and you were connected to. Service. Now, this is handy. Oil reset. If you want to do an oil reset for particular vehicles, I'll just go in there. You select your vehicle as per. I'm not going to show you how to use this. I'm making an assumption you know how to use a scan tool. I'm just exploring it as much as I can. Electronic parking brakes. There's a disclaimer in here. In other words, it's not their fault. Accept. Right. I'm going to cancel it because I ain't got a VCI connected. Immobilizer keys, it does immobilizer stuff, but not every. It doesn't cover everything. And be careful when you go in there. Don't mess about with it. I know people that are experienced in automotives will not mess with it because they know the problems that can happen if you mess around in there. You don't know what you're doing. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff here that is not in the normal scan tool. DPF. Brake bleeding. Want to bleed your brakes. Let's go into this then. It's not going to find anything as I'm not connected to a vehicle. Hot functions, what have they got? Okay, it's not going to find anything. Alright. Tire pressure monitoring system, battery management system, brake bleed, after treatment DPF, immobilizer keys, injectors. Not too sure what you do there. Is that programming the ID numbers of each injector. Brakes, suspension, throttle body, windows, doors and roofs, seats, speedometers, lane change. Obviously with all the new systems in there, cameras and things. Tire size, if you're going to, don't know what that is it going to enter the size of your tires on the into the system, just in case you changed and modified them. I don't know. TEC learn, don't know what that's about. Is it to do with timing? Probably, yeah. ABS, SRS, cylinders, speed and PTO. Clutch, transmission adaptation, airbag reset, air fuel setting. Is this? Could be, don't know. But you see, there's a lot of extra stuff than you would get with a level 2 scan tool. This is a level 3, and if I had the J2534, I think it is, device, pass-through device, anyway, let's just call it a pass-through device. If I had that, would be programming as well. I would have an option to program. Here's where our main diagnostics is, and what would happen here, if you have not registered your scan tool, the minute you click on this, it would come up with a message to register now or register later, and it would warn you that you can use this 10 times and then you won't be able to use it anymore without registering it. So what you do is click on that. It will bring you to the Autel website on your scan tool, and enter your ID and your password, log on or log in, and now this scan tool will be associated with that account. When you log back into your account later on today, you will see it there. And we're in. You can go in history. I haven't done much with this yet. I've just went in out to a Nissan, put in there in the both OBD mode and Nissan mode. USA, Ford, European, Fiat, Ford. You got the Ford EU. Okay, Asia, which is this, and they will all the Japanese, Korean stuff is in here. And of course you have your Chinese stuff here, and no updates available. Unusual. Consider there is one here for this one here. Okay. Like most scan tools, you could either scan through your Nissan or your OBD selection. This is just your standard OBD, and this would be Pacific Nissan stuff, like we have Pacific Ford stuff. This is OBD. I'm going to click on this and see what we have. Obviously it's not going to collect anything. And we're in. You go manual selection, system selection. Let's just a list of systems that the Nissan cover. If I go to all systems, your car is not going to have every one of these. This is just showing you what Nissan support on this tool. Side radar. This is the ADAS systems. Front camera unit, high voltage battery, must be for EVs. Radar. So it covers quite a substantial amount of stuff, this scan tool. Okay, we're back at the main menu again. Advanced driver assisted systems. And this is all I get here for this video, an introduction. Click on this, just an overview of it, what it covers. Special tools you need to work with the scan tool. Obviously they're trying to sell their products as well. So on top of getting your headlights aligned, your wheels aligned, now you've got your cameras and radar systems to be aligned. So when you change your windscreen, you do have a camera mounted on it, and I don't know, we'll probably figure out ways of aligning them without tools in the future. There's always some that has a workaround. Okay, let's go back to our main menu. Connect to the car. No. Go back to your your home screen. And let's see, have we finished our update yet? Okay, finished, done. These are all the ones that need to be updated. I won't be seeing too many Chinese vehicles, so I'm not going to use up space on my SD card for them unless I really have to. I might at a later date, when my subscription expires at the end of a year, I might decide to download all these just to make sure everything is up to date as much as possible. But I will give preference to European, Asian models over the likes of Chinese or USA vehicles that I wouldn't see much of. I hope that helps you out a bit. As I said, I am not going to show you how to use the scan tool, the live data. I'm making an assumption you already know that. If you don't know about live data and how to use your erase codes and read codes, I suggest you start figuring out all that before you buy a scan tool, because this is not too dear. It's not like a Snap-on, or you pay 10 grand for a scan tool. This still can be about up to 2 grand, 2,000 euro, 16 to 2,000 euro, depending on what you get. This is very similar to the MS908. It's not the P version. I would have to buy the pass-through device to work with this, add on to it, and then it should work. I could be corrected on that. It does in the literature say that it can work with it, so I might purchase that in a later date if I have use for it, but right now at the moment I don't do programming on cars. I don't see enough of it to warrant buying one, but if I forget a bit of it, I will buy it. Thanks for watching.